Services on Internet. In this video, we are going to see about what is services on Internet. Internet service providers ISP companies or institutions with satellite or optical connections with several major internet nodes abroad and thus ensuring high-capacity connection to the rest of the internet world. However, practice has shown that it can barely follow the needs of the growing number of members of internet communities. When selecting an ISP, of significance is the number of services that it provides to its customers. All services provided by email but do not provide any service to FTP, newsgroup, renting space on the disk, certain program support, etc. Electronic mail. In this video, we are going to see about electronic mail. Email is an electronic means of communication through the internet. Electronic mail is a method of exchanging messages from one user or author to more recipients across the globe. Email systems are based on a store and forward, that is telecommunication technique, in which messages can be accepted, forwarded, delivered, and stored. Earlier email systems require both author and the recipient to be online at the same time, but now it is not necessary to do so. Some of the email platforms include Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo Mail, etc. An internet email message consists of three components: message envelope, message header, message body. Message envelope, used to privately enclose the content of the email. Message header, used to determine where a message is sent and also records the specific path the message follows as it passes through each mail server. Consists of fields such as from, to, CC, subject, date, and other information about the email. Message body, used to enter the text, images, or attachments to recipients. Types of email. In this video, we are going to see about email types. Types of email. Emails can be sent to single or group of peoples. There are three types of emails: marketing emails, notification emails, and transactional emails. Marketing emails. Electronic marketing is a method to send commercial messages to a group of people using email. Marketing emails stimulate your clients and leads. This type of mails contains the messages to send advertisements, requests for business, solicit sales, or donations. Market agents build loyalty, trust, or brand awareness through this market email method. Examples: newsletters, flash sales or banners, sales or promotion announcements, etc. There are two types of email marketing: transactional emails, direct emails. Notification email. Notification email allow user to notify every particular event happens. They are also known as trigger. More generally, the notification email may be used in order to celebrate or mark an event like promotions, mela, etc. Examples: birthday email, shopping cart email, greetings after a purchase, feedback request after a purchase, etc. Transactional emails. This type of email can be used in business transactions. Transactional email is an expected information that the client wishes to check or confirm. This type of email is not intended to optimize the customer relationship, but to define it and mark it out. Transactional email is a type of one-to-one email. It is different from bulk email, which goes to many people with the same content. Examples: welcome message for account opening, order status, payment confirmation, bank transaction, email addressing. An email address is same as any postal address. Email address identifies an email box to which email messages are to be delivered. An email address is composed of several elements, for example, rock@example.com. In every email addresses, the @ character is its center, and to the right is the domain name, that is example.com. Domain name. A domain name is a unique name that identifies a website, and it serves as an address which is used to access the website. Domain names provide an easy way to remember Internet address, which is translated into its numeric address IP address by the domain name system DNS. Domain name is divided into three parts: host name, subdomain, second level domain, top level domain. Top level domains are .gov government agencies, .com commercial business, .edu educational institutes, .net organizations that are non-profit, .int international organizations like UNO, WHO, etc. .in India. Username. To the left of the @ character is the username. The username designates who at a domain is the owner of the email address, for example, rock. Mailbox. Mailbox is an area in memory or on a storage device where email is placed. In email systems, each user has a private mailbox. When the user receives email, the mail system automatically puts it in the mailbox. Inbox. Inbox is a collection of recent mails by user which is available to read, answer, store, or delete. Mails can be checked through a webmail interface or by a program like Outlook or Mac OS X Mail. Each downloaded message gets stored in respective user's inbox. Most people receive more mail which can be managed in one folder. After reading the messages, users have an option move them to other folders you have created such as family, friends, business, etc. or delete them by moving to trash. Outbox. An outbox is where outgoing email messages are temporarily stored. Once the message has been sent, most email programs move the message to the Sent or Sent Messages folder. Unlike the inbox, which is often overflowing with email, the outbox often does not contain any messages. This is because all the messages that have been sent have already been transferred to the Sent Messages folder. User can think of an email outbox much like the outbox at post office. Mail that is to be delivered is temporarily placed in the outbox until the mailman or the designated office mail guy picks up the mail and brings it to the post office. Email service provider. In this video, we are going to see about email service provider. Email service provider, that is ESP, are the companies which offers email marketing or bulk email services. An ESP will provide a separate user account to its user which is protected by the password. It provides a separate memory space for its users in their server. The user can store their files and data in their allocated memory space using their account. The user can send and receive mails using their accounts. Certain services provided by the ESP are as follows: tracking information, showing the status of sent email, creating recipients groups, templates for sending mails, notifying the new messages, storing and deleting mails, etc. There are many different email service providers. They are Gmail, Hotmail, Outlook.com, Zoho Mail, Yahoo Mail, MSN Mail, iCloud Mail, AOL Mail. World Wide Web, WWW. In this video, we are going to see about World Wide Web, WWW. Introduction to World Wide Web, that is WWW. World Wide Web, abbreviated as WWW or W3, commonly known as the web, is a system of interlinked documents that are accessed via the Internet. The term Internet and WWW are often used in everyday speech without much distinction. In 1989, a small group of people led by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN, that is Conseil Européen pour la Recherche Nucléaire, or the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, proposed a new protocol for the Internet as well as a system of document access to use it. The intent of this new system, which the group named the World Wide Web, was to allow scientists around the world to use the Internet to exchange documents describing their work. Web or Internet. It is important to understand that the Internet and the World Wide Web are not the same thing. The Internet is a collection of computers and other devices connected by an equipment that allows them to communicate with each other. The web is a collection of software and protocols that has been installed on most, if not all, of the computers on the Internet. The Internet was quite useful before the web was developed, and it is still useful without it. Web is a collection of interconnected documents and other resources linked by hyperlinks and URLs. Thus, in short, the web is an application running on the Internet. Viewing a web page begins either by typing the URL of the page into a web browser or by following hyperlinks to that page. World Wide Web, WWW. With a web browser, one can view web pages that may contain text, images, videos, and other multimedia and navigate between them via hyperlinks. Provide a graphical interface. Allow you to create links from one piece of information to another. Can incorporate references to text, graphics, sound, and movies or multimedia. The World Wide Web is non-linear with no header and footer. The meaning of non-linear is users do not have to follow a hierarchical path to information resources. The web is based on a client-server system. We use a web client to communicate with a web server. A web server is a computer connected to the internet that runs a program which is also called web server that takes responsibility for sorting, retrieving, and distributing some of the web files. A web client or web browser is a computer that requests file from the web. An URL specifies the protocol to be used in accessing the resource, the name of the server on which the resource resides, and optionally the path to a resource. For example, http://www.nielit.in. Hypertext Transfer Protocol is the standard protocol that allows web clients and servers to communicate. This protocol is used to carry requests from a browser to a web server and to transport pages from the web server back to the requesting browser. The hypertext markup language is the universal language of the web. It is used for writing pages for the web. HTML allows text to include codes that define fonts, layout, embedded graphics, and hypertext links. HTML can be compared to word processing. User can tune into web radio and TV broadcasts and listen to live broadcasts or call up older ones from the archives. Telnet. In this video, we are going to see about Telnet. It is an internet service that allows the user logs on and runs on a remote computer and use programs installed on the remote computer. Telnet is a terminal emulation that enables a user to connect to a remote host or device using a Telnet client. The term Telnet may also refer to the software that implements the client part of the protocol. Telnet client applications are available for virtually all computer platforms such as Windows 95, 98, NT, 2000, Linux, Unix, etc. Telnet enables a user to manage an account or device remotely. For example, a user may telnet into a computer that hosts their website to manage his or her files remotely. Telnet is a client-server protocol based on a reliable connection-oriented transport. Typically, this protocol is used to establish a connection to Transmission Control Protocol, that is TCP, port number 23. Telnet is considered insecure because it transfers all data in clear text, which means if a user was sniffing a network, it is very possible they could grab your username and password as they were being transmitted. Most implementations of Telnet have no authentication that would ensure communication is carried out between the two desired hosts and not intercepted in the middle. Several vulnerabilities have been discovered over the years in commonly used Telnet daemons. These security-related shortcomings have seen the usage of the Telnet protocol drop rapidly, especially on the public internet, in favor of the Secure Shell Protocol, that is SSH, first released in 1995. Users who are concerned about the data being transmitted should consider SSH as opposed to Telnet. SSH provides much of the functionality of Telnet with the addition of strong encryption to prevent sensitive data such as passwords from being intercepted and public key authentication to ensure that the remote computer is actually who it claims to be. Telnet commands. Now let us see the Telnet commands. Telnet. To start Telnet client and to enter the Telnet prompt, at the Telnet prompt, Telnet commands must be used. Telnet / remote server. Remote server specifies the name of the server to which you want to connect. To stop Telnet client, quick. User can abbreviate this command to Q. To connect Telnet client to a remote computer, open / remote server port. Port specifies the port that is needed to be used. If port is not specified, the default port is assumed. User can abbreviate this command to O. To disconnect Telnet client from a remote computer, close / remote server. / remote server specifies the name of the server that is needed to be managed. If server is not specified, then local server is assumed. User can abbreviate this command to C. To send Telnet client commands, send / remote server AO AYT escape IP sing ? / remote server specifies the name of the server that is needed to be managed. If server is not specified, then local server is assumed. AO aborts output command. AYT sends an "Are you there?" command. ESC sends the current escape character. IP interrupts the process command. Sync performs the Telnet sync operation. A question mark allows you to view the complete syntax for this command. To view the current settings for the Telnet client, display. The display command lists the currently operating parameters for the Telnet client. To administer Telnet sessions, Telnet admin / remote server -s -k session ID all -m session ID all message / remote server specifies the name of the server that is needed to be managed. If server is not specified, then local server is assumed. -s displays active Telnet sessions. -k session ID all terminates sessions. Type the session ID to terminate a specific session or type all to terminate all sessions. -m session ID all message sends a message to one or more sessions. Type the session ID to send a message to a specific session or type all to send a message to all sessions. Type the message that you want to send between quotation marks, that is, message. To set the Telnet port on a computer running Telnet server, Telnet admin / remote server config port is equal to integer value / remote server specifies the name of the server that is needed to be managed. If server is not specified, then local server is assumed. Port is equal to integer value sets the Telnet port. You must specify the port with an integer smaller than 1024. To set the mode of operation on a computer running Telnet server, Telnet admin / remote server config mode is equal to console or stream / remote server specifies the name of the server that is needed to be managed. If server is not specified, then local server is assumed. Mode is equal to console or stream specifies the mode of operation. File Transfer Protocol FTP. Now we are going to see about File Transfer Protocol (FTP). File Transfer Protocol (FTP) is a standard network protocol used to transfer files from one host to another host over a TCP-based network such as the Internet. FTP is built on a client-server architecture and uses separate control and data connections between the client and the server. FTP users may authenticate themselves using a clear text sign-in protocol, but can connect anonymously if the server is configured to allow it. Before the World Wide Web, the FTP was the only way to transfer large files between computers of Internet users. The first FTP client applications were interactive command line tools implementing standard commands and syntax. Graphical user interface clients have since been developed for many of the popular desktop operating systems in use today. The FTP protocol can handle text files with ASCII or ABCDIC character sets. The first FTP client applications were command line applications developed before operating systems had graphical user interfaces and are still shipped with most Windows, Unix, and Linux operating systems. FTP is most commonly used to download a file from a server using the Internet or to upload a file to a server. FTP works in the same way as HTTP for transferring web pages from a server to a user's browser and SMTP for transferring electronic mail across the Internet in that, like these technologies, FTP uses the Internet's TCP/IP protocols to enable data transfer. FTP package provides all the tools needed to look at files and directories, change to other directories, and transfer files from one system to another system. FTP uses TCP to actually move the files. An FTP server authenticates the user via a simple username and plaintext password. Some FTP servers also allow anonymous logins without passwords. There is an RFC for security enhancements to FTP that is not widely deployed. Because FTP relies on TCP when transferring data, error recovery and flow control is built in. Trivial File Transfer Protocol. It is primarily used to boot diskless workstations and to transfer boot images to and from routers. It is generally used for automated transfer of configuration or boot files between machines in a local environment. It uses a reduced feature set. In addition to its reduced size, it also uses UDP instead of TCP, which makes for faster transfers but with no reliability. In TFTP, the client initiates the communication by issuing a request to the server. Then if the server grants the request, then the connection is opened and file is sent in 512 bytes fixed blocks. Secure File Transfer Protocol. It is used to transfer the file over an encrypted connection. SFTP clients are functionally similar to FTP clients, but they use different protocols. SSH session is used to encrypt the connection and then the file is transferred using SFTP protocol. It is mainly used to transfer files between computers. Internet Relay Chat. In this video, we are going to see about Internet Relay Chat. Internet Relay Chat is an internet-wide talk facility, and this is one of the most popular services available in the Internet. Internet Relay Chat is mainly used for serious discussions, and this is done using dedicated chat servers. It is an application layer protocol that facilitates transfer of messages in the form of text and is based on client-server model of networking. The user wants to install the IRC client program on a system to communicate to chat servers and send message to other clients. The client software is available for every major operating systems. IRC is mainly designed for the group communication, such as discussion forums. It also allows one-to-one communication with the help of private messages, and even files can also be shared. IRC networks. Now we are going to see about the process of IRC networks. To connect and chat with other IRC users, the system must either have an IRC client or a web interface that connects you to IRC servers. There are numerous software IRC clients that enable users to connect and communicate to other IRC servers. There are numerous IRC networks which run various IRC servers administrated by various groups of operators. But apart from these, the protocol exposed to IRC users is very similar, and all of them can be accessed by the same client software. The IRC networks are broadly classified into 4 types, such as popular nets. It will have over 10,000 users. A general net, it will have over 100 to 1,000 people. Subject nets, some people create their own groups dedicated to their subject. Local nets, local topics will be discussed. Some of the largest IRC networks are as follows: IRCnet, Freenode, QuackNet, Undernet, EFNet, Rizon, Dalnet. IRC commands. Now let us see the process of IRC commands. IRC has a line-based structure for sending and receiving messages. Commands are entered by prefixing them with a slash. Depending on the command, these may either be handled entirely by the client or passed directly to the server, possibly with some modification. To connect and chat with other IRC users, you must either have an IRC client or web interface that connects you to IRC servers. There are numerous software IRC clients that enable users to connect and communicate to other IRC servers. The commands are similar for most of the servers and clients. Some of the IRC commands that can be used when connected to a IRC server are as follows: /nick, that is username, changes your username. /part, that is channel, leaves the specified channel. /who was, username, shows information about a specified user that wasn't earlier. /who is, username, shows information about a specified user. /away, message, leaves a message to others as why the user left. /clear, clears the text from the current window. /clear all, cleans all the text from all open windows on the screen. /dcc chat, username, opens a chat window with a username that is specified by the user. /message, username, message, sends a message to the user of your choice without anyone else seeing it. /ping channel, pings all the users in a specified channel. /help, brings up a list of all the commands or the help window. /ignore, on or off, username, allows a user to ignore or unignore a user. /ignore, plus or minus username, an alternative to ignore or unignore a user. /join, #channel, joins a particular chat group and opens the chat in a new window. /me, action text, allows to do different actions like showing the text in a different color, etc. /query, username, message, opens a new chat window to this user and then sends a private message. search engines? In this video, we are going to see about search engines. The search engine is a web program that enables the users to enter words and phrases to search and scan the vast information on the web to locate sites that matches the words or phrase. A web search engine is a software system that is designed to search for information on the World Wide Web. The user can locate useful or interesting websites by using a search engine. This is an organization with a website containing a huge database of website addresses. Search engines also maintain real-time information by running an algorithm on a web crawler. When a query is typed in the form of subject or a name that describes what users are seeking, and search engine provides with a list or selection of website addresses that fit the inquiry. The user can then simply click on an address to jump to that website. Search engine optimization, SEO. Search engine optimization is the process of increasing the visibility of a website or a web page in a search engine's natural search results. It is the process of optimizing the web page contents to increase its relevance to specific keywords and to remove barriers to the indexing activities of search engines. SEO makes the website more efficient and visible to its users during the search. Web search engines. A web search engine is an interactive tool that helps to locate documents on the internet containing terms being searched by the user. Search engines use the bottom-up approach for finding your way around the web. You give a search engine a list of keywords or phrases called a query, and it returns you a list of web pages that contain those words or phrases. In other words, search engines are actually databases that contain references to thousands of resources. Users are able to interact with the database, submitting queries that ask the database if it contains resources that match specific criteria. Some search engines search only the title of web pages, some by Uniform Resource Locator, that is URL, some by words in each document in a website, and some by a combination of these. Each search engine has its own way deciding which of the web pages on its list is most likely to be the one that you are looking for. Some allow more complicated queries than others, where keywords can be combined with Boolean, that is logical operations such as and, or, and not, to produce rather complicated queries. The rules combining these operations are called the syntax of the search engine. There is an art in designing queries that result in a search engine returning a useful list to you. Given the vast number of web pages, a query that is too general may feel literally millions of web pages, most of them useless to you. A query that is too specific may miss many web pages that you would have liked to see. Each engine is also defined as an online utility that quickly searches thousands of web documents for a word or phrase being searched. List of search engines: Google, Yahoo, Ask Jeeves, DuckDuckGo, Cosmix, Yabol, Bing, MSN. Working of search engines. Search engines are information retrieval system designed to help find information stored on a computer system. There are many types of search engines, but we would limit our discussion to web search engines which search for information on World Wide Web. Search engines were started with an idea to ease the process of finding information on the internet. A search engine consists of 3 parts. First part. First part is the spider, which is also called the crawler or bot. This spider part visits a web page, reads it, and then follows links to other pages within the site. This process is often referred to as crawling or spidering. Crawling of a website is done on a very regular basis. The spider visits a website, following links from other website or website submission it received. The content that spider finds is sent to its database or index, as it is popularly known. This index is like a huge book that contains a copy of web page or catch that the spider finds out. Second part. This constitutes the second part of a search engine. It also stores the structure and the way pages are linked to each other. This information would be updated every time when there is a change in content or linking. Third part. Third part of a search engine is search engine software that works behind the interface when we use a search engine. This software will shift through the trillions of indexed pages to match the search query that user has asked. The pages are ranked by search engines, and the search results are based on this ranking and relevance to search term. This is how a search engine determines what order shall be listed for a particular search. Functions of search engine. Now we are going to see about the functions of search engine. Day by day, the data stored in internet are increasing, and people started to post many things in internet. The internet now has an immeasurable amount of valuable information. The search engines are essential for sorting, ranking, locating, and storing the significance of information. Thus, the dependence and requirement of more efficient search engines is widely increased. The main functions of search engine is as follows: crawling, indexing, storage, results. Crawling. The web spider or the crawler is a fundamental part of the search engine. The crawler is a vital software component of the search engine. It essentially sorts through the internet to find website addresses and the contents of a website for storage in the search engine database. Crawling can scan brand new information on the internet, or it can locate older data. Crawlers have the ability to search a wide range of websites at the same time and collect large amounts of information simultaneously. This allows the search engine to find current content on an hourly basis. The web spider crawls until it cannot find any more information within a site, such as further hyperlinks to internal or external pages. Indexing. Once the search engine has crawled the contents of the internet, it indexes that content based on the occurrence of search keyword in each individual website. This allows a particular search query and subject to be found easily. Keyword phrases are the particular group of words used by an individual to search a particular topic. The indexing function of a search engine first excludes any unnecessary and common articles such as the, a, and an. After eliminating common text, it stores the content in an organized way for quick and easy access. Search engine designers develop algorithms for searching the web according to specific keywords and keyword phrases. Those algorithms match user-generated keywords and keyword phrases to content found within a particular website using the index. Storage. Storing web content within the database of the search engine is essential for fast and easy searching. The amount of content available to the user is dependent on the amount of storage space available. Larger search engines like Google and Yahoo are able to store amounts of data ranging in the terabytes, offering a larger source of information available for the user. Results. Finally, the resulting hyperlinks to websites that matches the user's search keywords are displayed to the user as result. When the user types in a search term, the crawler runs through the index and matches what he typed with other keywords. The final search results are fetched from the search engine database with the help of search algorithms. Algorithms created by search engine designers are used to provide the most relevant data first. Each search engine has its own set of algorithms and therefore returns different results. Search Engine Optimization (SEO). In this video, we are going to see about Search Engine Optimization (SEO). Search engine optimization is the process of increasing the visibility of a website or a web page in a search engine's natural search results. Search engine optimization is the methodology of strategies, techniques, and tactics used to increase the amount of visitors to a website by obtaining a high-ranking placement in the search results page of a search engine. It is the process of optimizing the web page contents to increase its relevance to specific keywords and to remove barriers to the indexing activities of search engines. SEO helps to ensure that a site is accessible to a search engine and improves the chances that the site will be found by the search engine. SEO makes the website more efficient and visible to its users during the search. Usually, the internet users prefer only the first page results of their search. They won't be searching more pages. Thus, it is important to make a website top ranked in search engines' search result to get more traffic towards the website. Some of the methods of SEO are as follows. Getting indexed. The search engines use crawlers to find pages during their search. Pages that are linked from other search engine indexed pages do not need to be submitted because they are found automatically. Preventing crawling. Webmasters will instruct the spiders as not to crawl certain files or directories. A page can be explicitly excluded from the search engine's database. This is done to avoid the undesirable content in search indexes. Increasing prominence. It is done to increase the prominence of a web page within the search result. It is done by cross-linking between the pages of the same website to provide more links to the important pages.